So naturally people will pour way more. And then, yeah.
Wow.
You can hear the crunch.
Wow, let's do this. My turn. In this video, we're going to feast on classic Indian street foods like Pani Puri, Pav Bhaji, Egg Biryani, and childhood Indian sweet snacks like Jangari, Milk Peda, and lots more. Joining me on this feast is one of Singapore's famous actors, Ebi Shankara, who happens to be part of the K-drama series called Little Women. So to end our Deepavali series with a bang, he will bring us to some of his favorite spots around Little India. And we're starting here at Kailash Parbat. So we are here at Kailash Parbat, here along, which road is it?
Serangoon Road.
Serangoon Road.
Yes.
And I'm here with Ebi Shankara. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you got that right.
Of course, we're gonna have North Indian street food, Mumbai style. Can you walk us through the dishes here?
Okay, so we've got your Pani Puri, and then we've got your chaats, and then obviously the very famous Pav Bhaji. It's my favorite because you know the bread is just really amazing how soft and milky yet savory.
Okay.
Let me get you a spoon.
For this.
Show you how to do it. Okay.
Show me how you do it.
I'll use that as an excuse to eat. Take
Okay.
the bun, however much you want. Oh, it's vegetarian, by the way. Do you like onion?
It's okay, yeah.
Okay, so if you do, then you just take a little bit of it and then you just put it on. Voila!
What is this made out of?
Chickpeas, dal, tomato puri, brinjal, and a little bit of brinjal. Yeah, right.
Tomato and brinjal is a good mixture. Alright, a little bit of onions.
Yep.
Wow. Look at that. Cheers.
Cheers. With potatoes, they've got potatoes in this.
The bun.
Right?
It's so pillowy soft and so buttery.
Yep, that's the seller.
I feel like whatever you put in here will taste good. There's some tangy flavor in there.
You can taste the lentil too.
So good.
Yep.
It pairs really well because it's tart, sour, a little spicy.
And a bit of the sweetness of the bread.
Yeah. I cannot stop. Alright.
Okay.
Next street food.
So this is a different variety of a chaat, but this was the most colorful one and we wanted to go with the colorful one. Natural standard chaat will always have chickpeas, yogurt, and then the sweet sauce that they put. The chaats are very different from the Pani Puri, even though some of it uses the same shell.
Okay.
Because the chaat comes done, whereas Pani Puri is more of a DIY kind of thing.
Okay.
So whatever you get in the Pani Puri is a deconstructed DIY version
Okay.
of the chaat. So yeah, you have the chaat, it's already done for you.
I think this is for the lazy ones. We just want to,
You just want to, you don't want to DIY.
swallow.
Yeah.
It has to be of one big bite.
It has to be one big bite. The sweetness, the sourness of the yogurt, the crunchiness of the murukku.
You said it all. I love it. There's tamarind in here.
Yes.
You get the sourness from that, along with the creaminess from the yogurt, the crunchy puri,
shell, yeah.
but there's also crunchiness from the murukku.
Yep.
And then the herby flavor from the cilantro. So good. It's like an explosion of flavors. You would need at least 10 seconds before you can talk. Alright, let's try the
DIY.
DIY Pani Puri.
Okay, I'll take one.
This is the sweet.
No, this is the vinegarish kind of tasting.
Okay.
This is the sweet. Pour it in. So naturally people will pour way more. And then, yeah.
Wow.
You can hear the crunch.
Wow, let's do this. My turn.
And then you just gotta put it in your mouth real quick.
Okay.
So now you can see the difference.
Yeah, and it's more like minimalist.
These are the things that you get in Mumbai. Really quick. They've got like pop-up stock.
That's why I see when I see street food videos, it's very fast.
Very
the moment
fast.
they give it to you, straight
You
to
gotta put it in your mouth. Yes, you gotta put it in your mouth.
Because you will lose the crispiness of it, you know, the juices will fall down.
That's right, yeah.
And here you can taste the individual ingredients. Inside is potato and
This chickpea too, and obviously the puri shell.
crunchy puri with this tamarind.
Tamarind kind of sauce, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is a chili.
Sweet chili,
too.
yeah.
Wow, blends well together. So good for our first stop. Actually, this is just the first stop, guys. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tama yung bisyo natin naman tama jero.
Next up, we are here at,
Arunachala Bhavan.
like what you mentioned earlier, their specialty is their
Biryani. Actually, they've got quite a number of specialties, but my favorite is the biryani, and I always go for the egg biryani, and then I will order the meat a la carte. Then we've got Mutton Sukka, kind of like mince the mutton, but not make it like a keema. You just kind
Okay.
of chop it up, very dry, so it's dry mutton.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's like roughly chopped.
Yes, then you have prawn masala, prawn in masala gravy, and chicken 65 is very popular, not only in Singapore, everywhere in the world. So it's boneless fried chicken.
Okay.
I have no idea why they call it 65, but hey, who's questioning? We just want to eat.
And then we have here
Raita. Some of us call it acha, some of us call it raita, but this is raita with yogurt and cucumber and onion. Then you have your chicken gravy.
So let's
Dig it.
devour.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have you tried cooking biryani before?
Me, no, my wife does. Actually, she does quite a good prawn biryani. One of my favorite things that she cooks.
I've tried cooking biryani before and it's very time consuming.
It is very, very time
Very
consuming.
tedious.
Oh, this is our chance to ask her. Apa nak tara mudima? Ask more of the apa-apa dem.
More papadam, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And then
Bye.
got the mutton.
So, mutton
Sukka is actually vinegar.
So it's cooked in vinegar.
Cooked in a little tinge of vinegar. I've got a tinge of vinegar in it. So, and prawns.
Did you know that we use most
Vinegar
vinegar?
in your adobo and yeah, of course. I had a helper back home to the Philippines.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fine.
so she cooked adobo for the first time for me. So I've never had adobo prior to her cooking. Fantastic cook. I put on so much weight, and she made this other thing that I really like, sisig.
Yes.
Yeah, she made chicken sisig for me
Yeah.
because we don't cook pork at home. Very, very, very.
I want to try the biryani as is first.
Yes, yes. Try the biryani as it is first.
I love it. The rice is so soft and fluffy.
Could add some gravy to it if you want.
Oh yes, let's gravy this thing. That's where you get lots of flavor. Oh, I love the gravy. Now I want to try this chicken 65.
The beautiful thing about this is that it is not too battery.
Yeah.
The chicken is so succulent.
And I think they use food coloring for it.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, we have a quail egg, and we put like a dark orange batter to it. It reminds me of that. This chicken is very savory. I feel like it can also go with beer.
Could be a beer snack. You know what would be a great beer snack? The mutton. You should try it.
Okay, I'll try the mutton. It's like dry spice. Savory, salty, spicy. Oh yes, it can be a beer food as well.
Give me out.
Pairs well with rice. Whew, that mutton is spicy. It's
Spicy.
sticking right now. What do you call the drink again?
It's lime soda.
It's carbonated. So refreshing. Okay, let me try the prawns. It's like a mildly spiced gravy that goes well with the freshness of this prawn.
And you can taste the freshness of the prawn because the prawn is still sweet.
Yeah, natural sweetness is very evident. This papa, do you normally eat it like a cracker or you like crack it? and-
Both ways. You can eat it both ways. So
Either,
you can
okay.
crack it in your rice, mix it all up, or you
Or-
can eat it as a cracker as you're eating your rice.
It reminds me of the kropo.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm eating biryani, I always have to get the raita.
Yep.
Because it's supposed to cool you down.
It is.
From
And
all
help-
the spices.
And help digestion because of the yogurt.
Yes. And I love cucumber. Try with the raita. Love the texture. Crunchy. The yogurt is very light, but sour. Very refreshing with the cilantro.
It's good stuff. Now you know why this is my favorite place.
Wow. Great recommendation. I mean, I wouldn't be able to know this place if you didn't recommend today.
Yep. It's not one of the first names that pops up when you search for
biryani, right?
for biryani, because it's one of those hidden gems. It is really, really a hidden gem.
From a local who grew up in Singapore.
You know, the other thing about this food is that it's the closest that you can get to the authentic taste of India, and it's very home cooked. It doesn't feel processed.
Yeah, too commercialized.
Or too commercialized. You can taste the freshness of the ingredient. It doesn't feel processed in that. All my friends that I bring here never fail to be amazed by it, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much," and they come back again without me.
Very tasty.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I'm just letting you talk. I'm doing all the eating.
I love it when people enjoy the recommendations put forth. But what Filipino food is your favorite?
That's a hard question. I love sinigang. Of course, in the Philippines, mostly they use pork.
Wow.
Sinigang, you should try that.
Sinigang. Okay, I'll have.
Most foreigners would just know about adobo. It's very...
Yeah, it's very globalized, right?
Yeah,
Very
yeah. It's delicious, but there's more to adobo. So we'll just finish the rest of the meal and we'll see you for dessert.
Hey, hi. Happy Deepavali.
What do you suggest? Like your childhood favorite?
Okay, I can suggest a couple. You can have Jangari one, coconut candy la one tanga, from Mysore Pak one tanga.
Alright, dessert time. We bought the desserts from
Ganesh, Little India Arcade. This is a couple of sweets that I grew up with. Got one more, the special one coming later, but this is the one that we got from that shop. The special one that I love is made here in Arunachala Bhavan.
Okay.
So that's something that we're gonna have later. But for now, this used to be my favorite. This is a palgova, sugar, milk, and it's just like made into this different shapes and sizes. But this one comes as a ball. Inside, it looks a little doughy, but it's not.
It smells like, in the Philippines we call it pastillas, which is like milk and sugar. Is it the same?
It might be.
Milk and sugar?
It might be.
Oh, so I'll try this.
Is it similar to the one that you have in the Philippines?
Yeah. What do you call this again? Milk?
This is a palgova. So pal is milk. So milk gova.
Wow. It's so good. It's like pastillas, guys. So good and so simple.
Now we have my favorite, which is the Kesari. So this is what we're going to eat last. So this is one of the specialities of Arunachala Bhavan. Not many restaurants have Kesari as a dessert in their menu. Arunachala Bhavan does. So this is why it's one of my go-to places. Okay, the next one we have here is a Singaporean favorite. It's called coconut candy. People do it at home actually during the festive seasons. You can see the coconut, just sugar, coconut, like grounded, you know. So
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
What's good about this is that you can taste the coconut.
It's very familiar. I think it's gonna go well with like plain black tea.
Black tea, yes.
Oh, I love this.
So this is Mysore Pak, very famous in India, Mysore. It's quite similar to the palgova, but I think they have cashew in it or almond. I'm not too sure. So they've got two versions. This is called the special Mysore Pak, and for good reason, guys. It's amazing. Why don't you have it?
Totally different texture. It just melts in your mouth right away.
It melts in your mouth. There's the ghee.
Oh, that's the ghee.
Most of the desserts are made with a lot of ghee. And then last but by no means least is the Jangari. So this is what a lot of people see and then they get scared because they're not sure what they're going to get.
Yeah,
So
it's like jalebi.
it is quite similar. It looks similar actually. There's a different type of Jangari that's I think is done like brown in color. I'm not too sure about that. It's just sugar and everything is just sugar. It's fried in ghee.
Okay.
It's quite decadent, so I'm going to break it. And you can have a quarter of it.
Try
I'll
it.
have a quarter.
Jangari.
This is your gulab jamun sugar syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's fried like a donut.
More of like a pastry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, more pastry. Yeah.
Masala chai.
Your masala chai, which will now taste extremely different because you've had so much sweets.
Still so good. Oh.
And finally, my favorite, Kesari.
Kesari.
Kesari, I love it. It doesn't taste as sweet as it normally will because I've had so much sugar in my mouth already.
Love it, love it. This is your favorite.
My favorite. My favorite. You must have this hot.
Again, different texture. What is this made out of?
I want to say couscous, but it's not couscous. It starts with S.
Semolina?
Yes. And ghee, obviously.
And it's
again.
not too sweet.
It's not too sweet.
Which
It's
I
not.
like. I imagine some vanilla ice cream on top of it.
Those living in the northeast might know it. It's called semme. So they serve this as a dessert,
Okay.
but a pineapple version of it, infused with pineapples are infused inside it, and they serve it with vanilla ice cream.
Good thing their chai is not sweet, so best to go with the desserts.
So there you
Indian
go.
desserts.
We've covered the vegetarian starters, you know, the
Street
chaats,
food, yeah.
street food, and then we've done your biryani. We had seafood and prawn, we
Mutton,
had mutton, we had chicken, and now we ended off with an Indian sweets.
delicious. What a day.
What a day!
Full of
What a-
eating.
Full of eating.
I'm so full.
I'm not complaining.
What was your favorite?
Actually, you know what surprised me was my favorite? What was my favorite really? I've not eaten Indian sweets in a very long time. And I must say, I love everything. The one that really caught me off guard was the Mysore Pak. Taking a bite out of it, it was just...
I can't agree with the sweets. I'm not afraid of them anymore. Next time I'll go to the arcade, I'll buy these. I think this is the least one, but the rest equally good. From the first stop, the Pav Bhaji.
The bread is the one that gets you.
Yes,
It
that's
gets
the star of the dish.
Yeah.
What a Indian feast.
covered the sweet, the savory. Yeah.
From the light to the heavy
Yeah.
and the sweet. Wow. Thank you so much.
Pleasure, my
Ebi,
pleasure, my
for
pleasure.
being on the show.
You can catch me on The Girl He Never Knew. It's on Me Watch now with a very famous Filipino actor. So I won't say his name because I want you to go watch and find out who it is. So yeah, The Girl He Never Noticed on Me Watch. You can go and catch me there. Oh, and obviously Little Woman. Yes.
K-drama fans, please do check him out on Little Women
Yeah,
if you
it's a
haven't
very,
yet.
very small role, but you know, I come and
Still.
say, I pop in and say hi.
Episode 8 in Singapore, you'll see him. Alright, so that's it for today's episode. Maybe you can follow him on Instagram.
And Ebi Shankara.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again here in Singapore. Bye.
Bye-bye.